I swore I heard them calling out. Guys, you good? Did you say something? Oh, well, that... Maybe I should just come check it anyways. Shwayne, just keep looking for the den. Hopefully you can find it, okay?
Stay here.
I'll be back super quick, don't worry. Okay, I'm coming over, guys.
Hey! We didn't see nothing, but we heard some rustling.
We're thinking it's raccoons.
Took us this long to get out of here.
Good morning from the bothy. Frederik just went outside and he says there is a car outside the bothy. I didn't really believe him because we're out in the middle of nowhere.
There's something else here. Oh shit.
You go into the woods for peace, but what happens when you find pure terror instead? These are the true stories of when people found strange warnings, heard impossible sounds, and knew they were not alone. These are the most disturbing hiking encounters that will make your blood run cold. On August 8th, 2025, in the Great Smoky Mountains, it was a cloudy morning when he and his friend Kate decided to hike deep into the Great Smoky Mountains. They had waited weeks for the weather to clear. That day, the air felt strange, cold in one spot, warm in another, as if the forest was breathing around them. Their goal was to find the old plane crash site that had been hidden for decades.
That's another trail. I don't know.
Want to see what it is?
Yeah. Oh, those have thorns on them. And I just grabbed it with my... Yeah. I just grabbed it with my hand. Oh, it must be some kind of vent or...
Oh god, there's a lot of bees, oh god.
What? What?
We're surrounded by bees.
Oh, we are surrounded by bees. Nice. There must be a hive somewhere close. The trail goes up in there too. And so this must be like some kind of vent or something. I have no idea. It is.
It's a square thing, but see there's like a pipe. It's probably just like for utility purposes, plumbing and stuff.
The trail was rough and wild. The ground turned soft and slippery. Every step felt uncertain, as if something didn't want them to go further. The trees seemed to grow closer together and the forest became silent.
There's yellow right there. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. This is insanity. You gonna go under? All right. Well, we're doing Tough Mudder, I suppose.
I just got mud in my eyes. I don't recommend that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I figured because I was just gonna do this.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Oh God.
Or not.
I swear, man, I've fallen like 4 times since I've come down this trail.
Okay.
Look at this, man. This is like Nat Geo stuff.
Oh, this is like an enchanted forest.
This is probably the coolest thing I've seen. Or at least high up there. I think it's all the way down this hill. Probably. You okay?
Yeah.
Easy, easy.
Is it that or is it this?
Huh?
Let me see if I see maybe paint over here.
I don't know. Oh, she.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Be careful.
I almost went all the way down. Well, you know, I'm a big guy. Guess we gotta go down.
No, the wind is up here.
Yeah, but there's nothing.
Yeah, there is.
Hey.
Ah, bees!
Savage adventures, man. Your guess is as good as mine. We're just gonna go for it. Hopefully we find this stupid thing. We're out here in the middle. A shoe prints? Alright, good. This is insane in the membrane. Look at this. This isn't even like... Yeah, the lady down there was like, yeah, there's roots. There's roots. No, there's a heck of a lot more than roots. Hard, this trail being difficult is an understatement. Like... Hey.
Yeah, yellow, this way.
Alright, cool. We're sitting there trying to find markers and stuff on trees to know where we're going so we don't get lost back here. Because obviously none of this is actual like trail. I mean it's trail I suppose for like wilderness hikers.
Too silent. After hours of climbing and slipping through mud, they finally saw twisted metal shining through the trees. They stood before the wreckage, the remains of a Cessna 414 that had crashed in the early 1980s. Flowers lay beside broken metal left by other hikers to honor the two people who had died there. The air felt heavy, and neither of them spoke for a moment.
This is insanity. What a trail to get here though. Guys, it's no joke. It's definitely no joke. But here we are. We have made it to what we are searching for. Careful coming down. Oh my gosh.
Friday, May 7th, 2021, two hikers vandalized the plane with graffiti.
Really?
Back in May, someone did.
Wow.
They are now being charged with federal vandalism of national park properties. They have cameras on the plane.
Rightly so. I'm glad they do. Because honestly,
They are watching from the visitor center.
more people should be able to come see this without others disrespecting it.
As they explored the debris, strange feelings began to rise. He paused and whispered that he felt something, a cold shiver, a sudden sadness that came out of nowhere. The deeper they went into the wreck, the stronger it became.
Some of this was. I can't really tell what that used to be. Yeah. That's true. That's very, very true. I know, right? Alright, you see it all.
Before leaving, they decided to run a spirit box session to see if any voices would respond. When he asked, "Is there anything you want to say?" a faint, broken word came through, "No." The sound was followed by a sharp noise like an explosion echoing faintly from the trees.
You can do so now. Is there anything at all you would like to say? Were you in this plane? No? You weren't in the plane? It sounded like an explosion. You hear that? It was like... Put my butt down on this ground here. Is there any spirits here?
Another voice whispered plain and then, more clearly, "Leave." Both of them froze. He tried to stay calm, saying they meant no harm. The forest around them suddenly felt different, heavier, colder.
I think it said plane. What happened here?
I did it.
I said plane, I think. It's hard to say.
I think you just said leave.
Did it?
I think so. I think
Okay, well, we mean no disrespect. We're just visiting.
And then came the most chilling response. A quiet, trembling word through the box. Pain.
pain. Is there somebody trapped here? Chris?
They stopped immediately. The forest seemed to hold its breath. It was as if the spirits of those who died here were still trapped, reliving their final moments. He whispered a final goodbye, saying, "Rest in peace," before turning off the device.
An interesting one. I don't know if we got anything, but I figured we're here. Might as well see if there's anything here that might want to talk to us. Might have some messages to pass on. Man. Just from a plane enthusiast standpoint, this is really neat, but also you do have to take into consideration that lives were lost here. This is a memorial at this point, you know.
Yeah.
And they were almost to their destination. That just goes to tell you, goes to show you that you just never know. When your time comes, your time comes.
Right.
You know. That's why I harp on everyone to follow their passions and their dreams. Is you just never know. You just never know.
No, don't waste your time. You know, being miserable because
Right.
there's so many opportunities.
You know, and I imagine.
As they began their hike back, the mountain felt darker than before, and though they left the crash site behind, he couldn't shake the sound of that last word, pain.
You know, as cool as it is, it's also, you know, it's reality. You know?
Yeah, it's sad.
It really is. Anyway, guys, comment, like, subscribe, all the stuff you're supposed to do and all that good stuff. And until next time, we got a couple more things we got to do this week.
Somewhere in the Smoky Mountains, beneath the moss and broken wings, those lost souls still whisper, just waiting for someone to listen. With that being said, let's move on to our second most disturbing hiking encounters. On May 7th, 2025, deep in the Scottish Highlands, it was a cold spring morning when she began her hike through the misty forest of the Scottish Highlands. The plan was simple: find a hidden bothy deep in the woods and spend the night there. The forest looked calm and beautiful, but after a while, the silence started to feel strange, almost like someone was following her.
We're definitely planning to come back to Scotland at one point to do more hiking and camping. If you have any tips for where to go in Scotland, places to visit, then please leave them in the comment. Thank you. Look at this tiny shelter out here in the middle of the forest. I'm gonna check it out. I hope that there's no one inside, but I'm gonna be super scared. Ooh, cozy. Let's see if I can get up there.
While walking through the trail, she found something unexpected. A small abandoned shelter hidden behind the trees. The walls were damp and there was a black circle of ashes on the ground, as if a fire had burned there not long ago. The air inside felt heavy, cold, and still. She whispered that it looked like someone had just left.
We're definitely planning to come back to Scotland at one point to do more hiking and camping. If you have any tips for where to go in Scotland, places to visit, then please leave them in the comment. Thank you. Look at this tiny shelter out here in the middle of the forest. I'm gonna check it out. I hope that there's no one inside. I'm gonna be super scared. Ooh, cozy. Let's see if I can get up there. A bit scary. It looks like there's been a fire inside, like a campfire. I wonder who made this. It looks super cool.
Later that evening, she finally reached the bothy. It was quiet, simple, and felt safe at first. There were some chairs, an old guest book, and even a few playing cards left behind. She made coffee, cooked dinner, and rested for the night. Everything seemed peaceful, but peace doesn't last forever.
I think we found it. Yes, it's here. Look at this beautiful sight. Wow. So now it's gonna be interesting to see what's hidden inside. It's definitely bigger than the one we were at yesterday. Oh my god! Look at this! So cozy. And someone left some fuel. And we have a small guest book.
Just after sunrise, she stepped outside and froze. A car was parked right in front of the bothy. Her heart skipped a beat. The bothy was deep in the forest, far from any road. The path they walked on was too narrow for a vehicle. So how did the car get there?
Frederik just went outside and he says there is a car outside the bothy.
She stared at it for a moment. There were no tracks in the mud, no footsteps nearby, only silence. Then she thought she saw movement inside the car, a shadow shifting behind the glass. But when she blinked, it disappeared.
Oh, he could drive here because the path we walked on to get here was super narrow. Or maybe there's someone in the car sleeping who wanted to be inside the bothy.
Moments later, the car engine started on its own. It rolled backward slowly into the fog and vanished down the narrow path, leaving behind only tire marks that stopped halfway, as if the ground had swallowed them. She quickly packed her things and left the bothy. She left behind some fuel for the next traveler, though she knew in her heart that no one should stay there.
Everything is packed up and we are ready to leave. We're gonna leave our fuel here at the bothy. Hopefully the next people or some other people who are gonna stay here, they can use it. Because we are flying back home soon and we cannot bring this on the plane. And there's still actually quite a lot left.
As she hiked back, the mist thickened again. The forest felt even quieter than before. At one point, she glanced toward the lake, and for a brief second, she thought she saw the same car's reflection in the water. But when she looked again, it was gone.
It was open yesterday when we arrived, and you could buy a bowl of soup, and I think they also had ice creams and stuff.
That morning in the lonely woods of Scotland, something came to visit, and it was not human. Moving on to our third hiking encounter for this video. On September 8th, 2025, in the western United States, it was a quiet night when a group of friends went out to investigate something known only as the railroad lurker, a tall, dark figure said to have many eyes across its face. Locals believed it haunted abandoned railways, hiding in the bushes, waiting for anyone who dared to walk the old tracks.
I swore I heard them calling out. Guys, you good? Did you say something? Oh, well, that... Maybe I should just come check it anyways. Shwayne, just keep looking for the den. Hopefully you can find it, okay?
Stay here.
I'll be back super quick, don't worry.
If I yell.
Okay, I'm coming over, guys.
Hey! We didn't see nothing, but we heard some rustling.
We're thinking it's raccoons.
They learned about the creature, a being that stayed near forgotten railroads, watching, waiting, and hunting. Nobody really knew why it stayed there. Some said it fed on lost travelers. Others believed it was trapped, cursed to walk the rails forever.
The railroad lurker is a mysterious entity that seldom people know of. Said to be a tall figure with many eyes protruding from its face, it has been known to lurk around many abandoned railways throughout the western United States.
The group decided to search for it that night. They even spoke with a man named Silas Walker who claimed to have seen it. But before they left, he warned them, and they reached the tracks under a pale moonlight. The place was silent, the air cold, and the ground covered in weeds. They split into small groups to cover more ground.
He left me with a final warning. Don't go poking around if you ain't prepared for the consequences. I jotted down the location and arrived there with my friends later that night. However, we were not ready for what we were about to find.
Alright, we just made it to the tracks. We've heard a lot about the railroad lurker out here. We've heard there's been a lot of sightings, so we're out here, we're gonna see if we can try to find it. How you guys feeling?
Man, I don't know about this. I've never seen anything living on railroads before. You'd think they get hit by trains.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical myself. Like, I mean, everyone's saying there's all these evidence. They were talking about it when we were talking to the residents, that there's been stuff out around here, they've been hearing stuff, but, I mean, I don't know. I won't really believe it till we see it.
That
Alright.
head we interviewed earlier didn't sound very trustworthy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it was kind of sketch. Alright, I'm thinking...
At first, everything seemed normal, but a faint rustling came from the bushes nearby. They tried to laugh it off. Maybe a raccoon, maybe the wind, but the sound grew closer. Something was moving with purpose, circling them.
It's as big as they say it is.
Dude, like, all we're gonna find out here is gonna be, like, rusty old railroad spikes and maybe, like, a raccoon or something.
All we're gonna get is tetanus.
You hear something? What is that? Probably just...
It's just gotta be like an animal, right?
Yeah, no way.
There might be something in there.
I don't know.
Nah, it's probably
I guess we'll just keep going.
Yeah, I'm not working over close.
One of them swore they saw a shape crouching near a tree, tall, thin, and watching. But when they pointed the flashlight, it vanished.
What did you say you heard? You say raccoons? You see them? You sure they were raccoons? Well, that could be a sign, I guess. That could be a sign. Or was it just like right over here? Was it by this tree? Let me just come look. Doesn't look like there's really much of anything going on here. Maybe you guys were just tweaking.
The friends screamed. They had caught something on camera. A face, or what looked like one, low to the ground, with too many eyes blinking in the dark. The others didn't believe him, but his voice shook as he replayed the clip. Then everything changed.
What was that? Guys! Guys! I think we just got footage.
Alright guys, been searching around, still been looking.
They stumbled upon something lying beside the tracks. Bones, a skull, and a half-eaten hand. It wasn't an animal, it was human. Panic set in. One of them whispered, "We have to call the police." But before they could, a sound echoed from behind the trees. A low growl, almost like breathing.
Guys, this is serious. Dude, there's like multiple pieces. There's a skull, there's a hand. Guys, he's like eaten down to the bone. Holy heck. Do you think there's more stuff like over this way? Bro, it's a human body, dude. Guys,
died out here, and then like they could have gotten eaten.
Okay, either way, we have to report this to the police. That's a dead. It's a dead human. What the heck? This is a dead human body. We have to report this.
The bushes exploded with noise. The friends screamed and ran, stumbling towards the car. But when one of them reached it, the others were gone. The forest felt wrong, too empty, too quiet.
Go, go, go! Jeez! Crap! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Jeez, what the heck was that, bro? That was crazy. They ran all the way down to the car. Why they leave me alone, bro? I gotta get out of here quick. There's a car. Dude, where are they? They're not even over here. What the heck? Guys, where are you at?
Then the strange man from earlier appeared again, Silas Walker. He stepped out of the dark, eyes wide, voice trembling. "I warned you, the lurker's out here." Before they could speak, Silas turned and walked straight into the fog and vanished.
Oh! Oh my gosh, dude! Dude, what are you doing here?
I told you that there's them lurkers out here.
Whoa, Shreddy, you're okay?
Yeah.
Dude, what the heck is he doing here? Did you tell him to come here? Dude, go back to your house.
The friends regrouped, pale, shaking, whispering. They now knew what they had seen. A creature with a face full of eyes, hunched over the body of a man it had been feeding on.
This is so bad.
Okay, just we know where it is.
That was an actual person, guys. He was eating a person.
What? Dude, this is crazy. We just gotta go.
We've got proof. We've got proof. We get out of here with the footage.
We're gonna walk back to the car. Lights have to stay off. We have to stay quiet, guys.
They turned off their lights and began walking back. Every few steps, they heard something heavy moving behind them, following. One of them turned his camera back down the tracks and froze. There it was, a tall shadow walking on all fours, its eyes glowing faintly in the dark. Then came the sound of chains dragging on the tracks.
Railroad tracks? Let me turn on the light. Dude, we're on the railroad tracks. This is like the worst spot to be. Okay. Is it this way? Dude, what the? Is that? Oh my gosh! Jeez, what? Run! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Dude, I have to get footage! I have to get footage! Right there! Oh my gosh! Go! Go, take!
They finally reached the car, but as the headlights came on, the figure appeared behind them, tall, twisted, and covered in black. Its many eyes reflected the light all at once. They hit the gas. The camera shook wildly. Someone screamed, "He's right there! Go!" And that was the last thing heard before the footage cut out. On August 8th, 2023, deep in the woods near Lake Cast Cray, it was supposed to be a peaceful camping and fishing trip. He set out to spend a calm night under the stars. The day had started with laughter, loading gear, fixing rods, and talking about catching catfish.
Yeah, one of the branches pulled a rod out.
Oh, no.
But I got her. I think she's good. There she is. There's my dang canoe because it wasn't fit. What else do I need in here? All right, I think I'm ready. I'm just bringing this little doohickey, my bobber. Bring my little bit of water out there. I think I'm ready. We at Lake Cast Cray. We're doing like a little maiden voyage. See, it's the first time in a canoe ski. I was gonna sell this canoe, but now I think I'm just gonna keep it. I don't even know how stable this thing is or anything. We're gonna send it. Can't sell her now, Rick. She's been in the water. Oh, we're committed. Ain't as stable as my other one. I'm the motor. I think we need to go clear to that flat. If you catch a little blueski, I need it for bait. I'll keep them. I need some catfish bait, man. Is it a giant? Oh yeah. Oh my God. That is not what we want, Rick. That ain't the kind of bass we want, man. Uh-oh. Oh, he took it. That felt like kind of good.
By evening, the tent was up and the campfire flickered quietly. He caught a few small fish, enough to keep him busy. Nothing strange yet, just the sound of crickets, water rippling, and wind brushing through trees.
Getting big.
Oh! What was that?
I was running fast and a bass hit it. Where the hell did he come from?
Dude.
I need to put the dang plop ski on, I think. That was pretty wild, wasn't it? I don't think he was very big, but he kind of sounded like it. Oh, there's one. I think there'd be something in here at least. I'm hammering them, Rick. They're just so big though, you know? We really should be throwing these guys on the bank. Probably should to help your pond. Or just go put them in like a public pond that needs bass really bad. You should get like a little front garden pond or something and put them in there and just feed them until they're huge and then put them back in there. Man, we've been catching little dingsters. So like this little dingster felt bigger because he's bigger than the other dingsters, and I thought I had something for a second. So when I set the hook, he didn't go flying. He must have had me around some weeds or something. But that's just a stunted old bass, man. A stunted old bass, Rick. He hit that good. Like there was no ripping at it. It was just like boom. Got excited there for like a split second. I need to put the dang ripple thumper on. I know I need to. I know I need to. I know I need to do it, Rick. I gotta get the camp set up, man. Oh yeah, look at that. That fishing was a little slow, man. Supposed to be like some kind of fancy freaking pop-up tent. Wasn't expecting it to be this freaking big. This seems like this is way too big for a 3-man tent, but then it makes sense when you consider it pops open like an ice shanty. Set it on the ground. Oh, this is just like a dang shanty. And you just pop this, pop that. No, that's it.
The tent is up, bro.
Holy crap.
That's nice.
Bro, that's pretty fire. It's supposed to be 7x7. Don't really look like it. Boy, that's kind of slick. Look at that thing, man. It literally took 5 seconds. Yeah, that tent's kind of fire, though. I mean, it literally took, what takes the longest is doing the dang rain fly and stuff. And they really don't take long. Got a tent up in freaking 5 seconds, so.
Yeah, that's pretty fire.
Bushnell, I forget what the heck it's called. I'll figure it out. It says 60-second setup. Just a Bushnell 3-person A-frame instant pop-up, man. About to sleep good out here. What I know about catfish in lakes like this is they usually just come up shallow at night. I'm just gonna lob them out right there and hope for something. Got some cut bluegill here from earlier when Rick caught that bluegill. I'm gonna throw some pieces out, see if I can get some catfish. There's a couple cats in here. I don't even have any like catfish hooks or anything. I'm just using my carp rods. Got my these little hooks on there. I think it should still work though if one hits it. I'm not planning on catching a monster, but you never know, I might. Hopefully these little hooks can hold up. I'm just gonna lob it. Like literally like just a few feet off the bank because it drops so fast. These catfish should be coming in shallow.
As the sky turned dark, he set his rods and crawled into his tent. It wasn't fancy, just a small pop-up shelter warm enough for the night. He finally closed his eyes. But then a sound woke him.
I just woke up, heard something like a weird...
There was a low, heavy noise outside, something moving near the tent. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't an animal scurrying. It was slow, deep, and heavy. He froze, listening. Then came a grunt, sharp and close.
I just woke up, heard something like a weird noise. What the?
The ground shook slightly, and the fabric of his tent pushed inward, as if something huge had leaned against it. He whispered, trying to calm himself, but his voice shook. Then he heard it, the unmistakable snort and breath of a bear.
Yeah, that sounds like a bear, like for real. Oh shit.
He held still, barely breathing. The animal circled the tent, its weight pressing into the dirt. For a moment, everything stopped, and there was only silence. He waited, heart pounding, until it finally sounded, like the creature had run off into the woods.
I think it stopped, man. It like pushed my whole tent in right here. I'm about to go look. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I thought I heard it kind of run away. What the fuck?
He slowly stepped out, flashlight in hand, but saw nothing, only darkness beyond the trees. Fearful it might return, he built a large fire to keep it away. The flames cracked and danced, lighting the small clearing, but his hands wouldn't stop shaking.
Alright guys, well, got no idea where that thing went. I just started a big ass fire. Make sure.
Another noise, faint but clear, echoed from the dark. He turned sharply. Something was still there. Maybe the same bear, maybe not.
I might sleep in the freaking... What was that? I just heard something. I might sleep in the damn truck tonight.
He decided he couldn't risk sleeping again. Not out there. Not after hearing that sound so close to his ear. He packed his things and headed for the truck, leaving the tent behind, still standing, but no longer safe.
Literally might be sleeping in the truck. I don't have any food out or nothing. Hearing something out there now. What the hell is that?
That night, he didn't catch any more fish, but he caught something far worse, the feeling that out in the wild, you're never really alone. Let's move on to our fifth eerie hiking encounter. On October 6th, 2020, a young explorer entered a quiet forest in search of adventure. The place was called the Richard Forest, a spot he had visited 5 months earlier. Back then, he heard strange sounds, but this time, something far more chilling waited for him.
What's popping, guys? Welcome back to another banger video. Today we're at the Richard Forest. I do believe this forest is haunted because there has been some weird stuff happening here. And fun fact, I went here about 5 months ago and it was
As he walked deeper into the woods, night started to fall. The silence around him felt heavy. Then out of nowhere, a strange noise broke through the darkness. It wasn't an animal, it wasn't the wind. It was something else, something screaming. His breath froze. The sound came again, closer this time. It didn't move like a person, it just stared. He didn't wait to find out what it was. He ran, his flashlight flickering, his heart pounding. Behind him, the forest echoed with faint laughter and low growls. That night, he learned one thing. If you ever see that symbol in a forest, run. On August 27th, 2025, Tiago Furacão and his friend Enrique went back to a place known as the Nightmare Ranch, a lonely mansion deep in Brazil's countryside. Locals said a rich family once lived there, but after a robbery gone wrong, their young son was shot, and the father later took his own life out of grief. Some believed his spirit still haunted the property.
Henrique, parece que deu uma desvaziada, mano. Hã? Nossa, que susto, mano. Olha aqui.
Nossa, velho.
Eu nunca vi um sapo desse, mano.
Aí não é sapo não, meu filho.
É o quê? Ele tá com a boca costurada, Henrique.
Não, Tiago.
Ele tá com a boca
Olha um rato
costurada.
aí morto aí. Hã? Ele tá com a boca costurada. Mas não é um sapo não, velho.
É o quê?
É um arrão.
Rã?
É.
O que é?
Não é uma gia. Daquela parece que se come, você sabe? Aquela que... Você já foi no restaurante que tem carne desse aí?
Olha o outro ali verdinho ali.
Cadê? Ah, mas aquela dali não.
Henrique, tá com a boca costurada, mano. Nossa senhora.
Que coisa feia.
Você tá vendo a boca dele?
Tô.
Tá costurado, né?
Ah, parece que tá, mano.
As they walked near the pool, Tiago noticed something strange in the water. A frog, but its mouth was sewn shut. The sight made both men freeze. Around it were more of them, some dead, some alive, all with their mouths closed tight with black stitches. The air felt heavier with every step they took.
Nada? Tom. O que foi, irmão?
Tem barulho ali.
Nossa, velho.
Mexe nela pra ver se ela tá viva, Henrique.
Aqui tinha outra.
Mas viva?
Não, tá, aquela dali tá sem vida já. Olha lá, ó. É sério? Aqui parece que é um criatório.
Tem outra aí?
Tem, olha ela aqui, ó.
É mesmo, de barriga pra baixo.
É.
Henrique, isso aí tá vivo?
Esse daqui tá... Quer pegar ela? Pegue ela aqui, ó.
Eu não tenho coragem.
Ô, mas eu nunca tinha... Olha, aqui tem outra morta ali também, ó. Tá sem vida. Aqui tá cheio, tia.
Mano do céu.
É um criatório. Nossa, velho. Ô, mas deu uma baixada a água aqui, não foi?
Henrique, mas ela tá com a boca costurada, velho.
Tá, então foi que pegaram e costuraram, ué. Não tem explicação pra isso.
Mano, eu não consegui olhar muito de perto, mas tá costurado sim. Bom, você filmou de perto, né?
Ah, pegou bem de pertinho.
Bom, depois nós vai ver, mas parece que tá costurado, cara.
Henrique tried to touch one, but as he leaned closer, a sudden noise came from behind them, like something running. They looked around, but no one was there. The frogs seemed to move slightly, breathing, but silent, trapped.
Olha essas árvores tudo secas, mano.
Hã?
Essas árvores, ó, os galhos secos. Que... Não tinha um negócio ali?
Era mesmo aqui, né, não?
Era tipo uma madeira, não era?
Era aqui mesmo, Tô lembrando agora.
Era, não é? Ou era aqui, não sei.
Não, era aqui.
Lembra que chacoalhou ainda, fiz um barulho?
Mas era aqui, eu tô dizendo a você que era aqui. Aqui eu acho que... Ah, não tinha não, aqui não tinha. É? É.
Ah, sei lá, mano. Ó, aqui
O que é isso aí, tia?
Eu não sei se isso aqui é um diário. Vamos ver. A prece.
As they continued exploring, Tiago found a small book on the floor, a diary. When he opened it, the pages flipped on their own. A strange prayer was written inside. The moment he read a few words, the air turned icy.
Você viu? Você viu? Ei! Fala comigo!
Thiago.
Você viu?
Eu vi, meu.
Você viu a mão ali?
Ah, vi não. Ah, você foi ler isso aqui, ó.
Saiu daqui.
Não procura, Thiago, não pode. Não pode, não.
Por que, cara? Tô me arrepiando inteiro, cara. Oh!
É, Thiago. Não, aqui.
Henrique!
O quê?
Atrás de você.
Ah, Thiago, você parou um negócio ali atrás de você.
Suddenly, something knocked over objects nearby. A loud bang echoed through the empty rooms. Henrique shouted that he saw a hand appear from the shadows, reaching toward Tiago, then it vanished.
Mano, velho.
Cara, tô todo arrepiado, velho.
É só você, né? Só você. Moço, velho.
Hã?
Eu vou olhar um negócio aqui. Se for sair daí, me chama, Deus. Parece que... Sei lá, matar. Jogaram alguma coisa em cima da chuva. Que foi, Thiago? Ele não fala não, velho. Ele fica... O que foi que você viu? Fale, irmão. Desenrole.
Eu vi um homem aí dentro, cara.
Não. Ele foi pra onde, Thiago?
Eu vou saber.
Olha aí, ó.
They both felt chills all over their bodies. When Tiago tried to walk back, he claimed to see a figure standing inside the house, a man staring back at him through a doorway. Henrique didn't see it at first, but Tiago swore it was real.
Você tá vendo o quê? A casinha do cachorro se mexeu, Tia.
Quê? Casinha do cachorro?
Sim, se mexeu.
Cara do céu.
Sai daí, velho. O negócio se mexeu aqui, velho. Tiago, eu vou voltar pra lá, vou voltar, velho.
Hã?
Eu vou voltar lá pro carro.
Cara, você vai entrar comigo lá dentro.
O negócio se mexeu aqui assim, ó.
Aí?
Foi, não, vi dali, ué.
Você vai entrar comigo lá.
Ah, Tiago, não, vai, para com isso, deixa eu...
As they tried to escape, they saw the doghouse move by itself. The heavy wooden box slid slowly across the ground. Henrique refused to go near it.
Você viu?
Eu vi, você viu?
Você viu, meu irmão?
É ele?
É um homem aí, ó. Apareceu um homem aí, ó. Aí, ali, ó. Ali, apareceu ali.
Oh.
Olha aí, ó. Apareceu ali, ó. Ali,
eu
ó.
Vi, ué. Eu peguei com a câmera, tá? Ele apareceu bem na minha frente. Cara, ele desapareceu, cara.
Lógico que desapareceu.
Você é louco, mano.
Tava bem do seu lado, você tava ali.
Finally, when they pointed the camera toward the dark end of the yard, a man appeared for a few seconds, standing motionless, before fading into thin air. That night, Tiago realized the stories were true. The man who lost everything still haunted the ranch, and he was not alone. That brings us to our last footage for this video. On September 6th, 2025, a YouTuber known as Dead Appalachia and his friend went deep into the Appalachian backcountry near Lafayette, Georgia. Their goal was simple: to explore and camp beside the old TAG Tunnel, a 133-year-old abandoned railway passage that's slowly turning into a natural cave.
Howdy, critters. Today, me and my bud are driving to Lafayette, Georgia to explore a 133-year-old abandoned railroad tunnel that is slowly turning from a tunnel into a cave. We're going to be exploring the cave tunnel, catching frogs, and camping here in the Georgia backcountry. Let's get to it.
Locals said strange things happen inside. Some called it cursed. Others said something lived deep inside the tunnel, beyond where light could reach.
There she is. This is the 1,600-foot-long tag tunnel. They carved this tunnel into a Pigeon Mountain. That's what this is right here, Pigeon Mountain. Even just walking up to it, you can feel the cold just wafting out of this tunnel. It went from like 80 degrees in this area to like 70, maybe 60.
The code word for when you get back.
Ooey-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bing bang. That's how you'll know I'm not a skinwalker. All right, he has leather shoes. He doesn't want to get them wet, so I will be going in here alone. Bye. I'll be back. I'll be back. But I'll be going in this deep, dank, dark tunnel all alone. I got my trusty 5,000 lumen flashlight. Yeah, this was a gift from my mother and father, so thanks, Mom and Dad. All right, without further ado, into the abyss we go. Oh man, that is cold.
As they reached the entrance, a strong, cold wind poured out, freezing the air around them. He joked that if his friend came back saying nonsense words, that meant he wasn't a skinwalker. But once his friend stayed behind, He entered alone, stepping into the icy, dark water.
We have land, and we have rubble. That means that up there, that was tunnel and cave ceiling. And as you can see, lots of the cave and tunnel are falling down and crashing onto the ground below, causing these rubble piles. So yeah, this tunnel probably ain't the safest thing for me to be in, but
Inside, the tunnel walls were breaking apart, and chunks of stone had fallen from above, forming piles of rubble. Every few steps, he heard soft cracks, like the sound of something shifting above his head. He said it felt like the whole place could come down on him at any second.
this part of the rock formation, this deep rust color. Either that, or it just looks like there's a lot more water right here from this fissure. And that would explain why there's such a significant puddle right here compared to the other rock formations. Here's more of that snotty, glossy ice cream rock. I know I'm showing you a lot of this. I just think it's so dang cool. I mean, look at that. It looks like melted ice cream. Also, real quick, you want to see just how little light there is? Check this out. Pitch black without my light. So if you do come explore the tag tunnel, bring a light, at least a headlamp or something like I have, like a more powerful light. Check this out. This is pretty cool. That is an old railway spike. So right here, this all used to be railroad. Oh, look at this huge pile of rubble right here from this portion of the cave wall collapsing. That's real cool. Okay, I'm just gonna walk over this.
At one point, he turned off his flashlight and everything went pitch black, not even a faint glimmer. In that silence, he thought he heard dripping water, but it didn't sound like drops hitting the floor, more like footsteps splashing behind him. He looked back. The tunnel behind him was empty, just a speck of light from the entrance far away. But deep inside, it felt like something was breathing.
Yeah, there's always a risk whenever you explore caves or tunnels or anything old like this that could all just come collapsing down on top of you. But if you want to explore these places and be a rural explorer like I am, you just got to take that risk. There's where I came in at, just a tiny speck now. This is the kind of place for some like cave dwelling cryptid would live. Who knows, guys? Maybe this will be my last YouTube video. Maybe this is where I meet my end by the hands of some subterranean monster. I probably shouldn't put that out into the universe. Look, I caught myself a frog. Say hi, little frog buddy. Coochie coochie goo. Coochie coochie goo. Yeah, first frog catch of the day. All right, little buddy, you can go. Also, another thing they do.
He joked nervously that maybe some underground creature lived here, that maybe this was where his journey would end. But as his voice echoed through the cave, it came back, slightly delayed, almost like someone else repeated his words.
A real small one. He looks terrified, so I'm not going to bother him by picking him up. What do we have here? This is a bone. Not sure what it could have been for. It may have been from... So this happened when I explored here years before I started doing my YouTube. But I went to this place and I found a half-eaten possum body in here. The entire back half was completely decayed. So I'm thinking that may be the bone from that possum. And this right here, this is the end of it. It really looks like a monster came in and just broke its way out, didn't it? Or broke its way in.
A few minutes later, he found an old bone lying near the wall. He remembered a story. A half-eaten animal was once found here, torn apart. He didn't stay long in that spot. The air felt heavier, like the tunnel itself was holding its breath.
All right, it's all set up and we out here. Yeah, this is a cozy little two-person pup tent. Of course, it's just me in here, but when you have a two-person tent, you just got that much room to, you know, like get dressed, get changed, and what else you gotta do? I'm exhausted, actually. I haven't really ate anything today, so I'm excited to get some food.
When he finally came back out, he set up camp nearby. The night grew colder. The forest around was silent, too silent. Even the creek beside them had gone dry.
We got a dead turtle. There ain't nothing left but a little old shell. I don't know how long he's been dead for.
Later, he found a dead turtle, just its empty shell, lying near the campfire. Something had picked it clean. He stared at it for a while, realizing how quiet the woods were now, not even frogs croaking. That night, he said he couldn't sleep. Every gust of wind through the trees sounded like footsteps circling the tent. Maybe it was just his nerves, or maybe deep inside the TAG tunnel, something had finally followed him out. For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which footage you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications.